third game will be better, but grinding for such a long period of time, I feel like you actually just start to play worse and worse because you're getting into more of like what's the word I'm looking for? Autopilot. So, well, your first game, you're kind of focused, like, all right, I want to get this top score. It looks like they have started here.
And so we are now on level 15 for the start here. Cassie is going to be on the left this time, and Daniel is on the right. This will be a best of 5 instead. Winner takes all. There is no losers bracket, no bracket reset. This is your one and only chance. Who wants to get to that spot for the Classic Tetris World Championships and go to Portland, Oregon?
Alright, so overall, I mean, right now you can see Cassie was stacking really cleanly in comparison to Jamal, but right now in comparison to Daniel, it's looking a lot worse. Even though she's still stacking really cleanly, Daniel's just doing a really good job of keeping things going right now.
Yeah, Daniel, as well with his clean play field, I guess I can't speak too much. Like I said, I don't know too much, but he kept that nice little gap on the right, which I know is a good way to break down your stack when you're waiting for that line piece, but hadn't got it yet. So he's doing really good backups, cleaning or keeping his wells opened up. He's just got to wait for a couple more line pieces to clear up those last couple gaps.
Yeah, I mean, overall, he is ahead right now, score-wise, but Cassie can still easily bring this back. I mean, she's only behind 2 lines. Really, just a Tetris or 2 will definitely change the tides, so... And it looks like Daniel's just had to go for singles there to clean everything up, so this can be her time to kind of come back.
And she is down by 4 lines right there, so when she did get the Tetris,
yeah.
she currently is in the lead, and she's a little bit lower on lines as well, so good stuff for her right now. It looks like she's just continuing that momentum from that last match. Daniel just with a little bit of cleanup work to do. Unfortunately, gets his long piece a little bit too early, and he gets another one.
Yeah.
This is looking a little bit ugly right now. Let's see if he can clean this up.
So far, it looks like he's doing exactly what he's supposed to. If you saw, he put the square on the right, and then he used the T. That kept that hole open there for him to be able to clear the line. That's one of the things Jamal wasn't really doing. He wasn't paying attention to the holes and the lines below him, which kind of led to his cleaning up being a lot longer than it should be. But it looks like Daniel has this on lock. He's just playing it cool. Overall, really clean stack right now. So, oh, and there's going to be a boom Tetris for Daniel.
Yeah, while we have been focusing on that, Cassie has just been playing really, really solid right now. Has a pretty good lead with being 10 lines down as well.
Yeah, that's really good.
She's got that one hole that's going to be a little bit in her way right now, but she's getting pretty fortunate pieces. Just got to wait for that long piece. Is she going to get it? She will after clearing those 2 lines, so this is looking good for her. She had to get I think 3 line clears there, but she's going to be able to clean up her entire stack, and she still has a lead right now, so wasn't the worst situation for her.
Yeah, she's down. She has a lower line count than Daniel, so, and if she gets just another Tetris, she is... Overall, I'd say she's definitely in the lead right now, because unless Daniel gets another Tetris or 2. But the thing is, because Cassie is lower on her line count, she can easily just come right back, so... And that's good planning from Daniel there, actually, right now. As you see, he put that eye piece over, and that kept his hole opened up. Although, unfortunately, he just had to block it off there right now, but it should be a decently easy cleanup, because as you can see, he's planning for that. And there you go, it's open back up there again. He's very aware of where he needs to put his pieces to keep things actually playable.
And it is really interesting watching, players handling the pieces that they're given for this mode. Because I guess I can speak a little bit for Jamal, and even for me, Jamal would easily be able to beat me. I think my highest score for the weekend was like 150,000, and that was after many attempts starting on level 9, so I wouldn't even get close to these guys. But due to the RNG that you do get, you got to give yourself as many possibilities as you can. If you limit yourself to one possibility, you may not get that piece for a while, which has been changed a lot in later Tetris games and like just later puzzle games in general, you know, to make it easier for you so you're not getting the same pieces over and over again.
Yeah, one of the things, at least with this game, is that its randomizer is fairly brutal. You can end up with... Ooh, that was not good for Cassie, but I think it's all okay because she won anyways. But the randomizer can be really brutal. It is not unheard of to have like a 30-piece drought where you just have no eyepiece. And so you're stuck burning your stack to make... so that you don't stack up too high, but that you also have space for when you do eventually get an eyepiece.
That was pretty crazy there. Both of them were dealing with some danger, and Cassie just had that lead. I bet she was really fortunate to see that Daniel topped off right before she was possibly about to go. And sometimes that happens, man. Especially these guys were practicing all day yesterday, trying to get those high scores, and now there's a lot on the line for this, so there might be some nerves running through them. Especially for Daniel, he was the top scorer yesterday. There might be a little bit added pressure because he is the favorite to take this.
Yeah, even though he did have the higher score, it looks like Cassie is more than up to the challenge right now, so it could go any way.
Alright, so all ready for this match. Daniel starting off with a quick Tetris. He's going to burn just one line there to give him a pretty good setup in place of another one pretty soon once he gets the line piece. But Cassie with a
Cassie
quick
comes
Tetris.
back with another Tetris. Dare I say it, they're neck and neck.
Neck and neck, dude.
Neck and neck.
Continue the memes, never let them die.
It just has to be a thing.
This would be perfect if we got that emo done and on the channel.
We'll have it for the future. Alright, but I mean, overall... Oh, it looks like it's a bit of an opposite situation right now, where Daniel is actually the one with a higher score and a lower line count. Does have a little bit of an issue with his stack right now, but that's really easily cleaned up, so...
Luckily, he's not in the position he was last round. He got into a little bit of a trouble there for a second, but last round we saw him play with kind of a mid to high stack towards the beginning, which as soon as I say that, it's trending a little bit towards that now. But he's been able to keep the line count pretty even right now, and he has the lead, which was exactly opposite the case of last game there.
Yeah, you don't want to be ahead in line count, but way below in score. You're relying too much on your opponent to stop playing well. Which, I mean, it happens, but ooh, that was a misdrop there. And Cassie's still going strong, really low stack. She continuously just gets to put the pieces wherever she wants. Gets the triple. Looks like she's kind of playing it safe right now. She doesn't want to be affected too much by a drought. But, yeah.
I should note one big thing, which is a lot different and a lot better for the playing experience that CTWC does. They have controlled seeds where both of the opponents will get the same exact pieces throughout that.
Okay, I was actually about to ask if they have the same seed like in the main tournaments.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have that to our disposal. Most of the people, or everyone, was just playing, you know, on a random NES cartridge and going at it. So there could be a little bit of a disadvantage. As you can see a little bit with the stats, it's pretty much even for the most part. Daniel's been getting a little bit more line pieces, though. In which that can play a factor sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it shouldn't matter too much. For a qualifier like this. It definitely matters a lot more once we get to even a higher skill bracket.
But I guess lucky for us, we get to... I mean, in a regular match in CTWC, you'll get to see how both people deal with a certain situation. Like, if one person gets the drought, you'll see the other person dealing with it later. But now it kind of keeps it a mystery to see... you don't know if one of these players is going to get a drought soon. And I guess that's one other tiny difference is we don't have that exact piece count to see how long it's been since they've gotten a line piece. But luckily the stats have been provided on the original game, so that's a cool thing to see.
For sure. It also looks like we are getting a bit of a repeat of the last match here. Well, at least we were for a bit. Cassie was about tied score-wise. But even though she's lower, she does have a lot less lines in comparison to Daniel right now. So if she gets a Tetris, she can very quickly bring this back. Looks like she opts to do 2 doubles there instead. Okay. Daniel's perfectly set up for a boom Tetris right there.
Yeah, it looks like overall, Daniel has just been playing more aggressive, which has been benefiting him so far this match, and it could benefit him in the long run. It just depends if the RNG gets to him too much, just like that last game. He was just a little bit too high and couldn't recover. But as you can see, he's quite ahead in the line count, but I'm pretty sure even if Cassie were to get 2 straight Tetrises here, he'd still have the lead. So he's doing pretty well with the pieces he's been given.
Yeah, it looks like... I'm not sure what she's going for right now, because she could have just stacked the eyepiece horizontally and let the stack continue to rise, which she would have had a Tetris now with the eyepiece that dropped, so I think she's playing it way too cautiously. Like, she gets the Tetris now, but she could have had that a lot earlier. And it looks like Daniel's stack is pretty Swiss cheese at the moment. Ooh, and he's misdropping. He is not liking the level 17 play at the moment. Probably gonna... Yeah, see, he can't move it to the left and right as much as he wants. He's gonna top out. So, Cassie just has to play it safe. She just needs to go purely for Tetrises at this point to try to make up that score deficit. And she is also on level 17, so we are gonna see if she can beat that score.
It's possible, but she needs to focus on Tetrises right here and right now, which she doesn't have.
That was a good slide.
She doesn't have the cleanest board. She's probably going to just need to focus on building at the left there, but maybe she's trying to dig out that hole really quickly.
See, in this case, I would completely ignore that hole. You could have just stacked on top of it and gotten a Tetris anyways.
And level 19 is literally coming right up, and she still needs about 45,000 more points, I believe.
Yep.
Sometimes it's hard to math. But
don't. Why would you put that there? Unless
she can handle 19 pretty well, this might be the end of it. Cause here.
Yeah, no, that's the end of it. She had the opportunity to kind of stack it high up and try to get a Tetris out of that. Looks like she's just going to be going for singles right now. Oh, she might be able to get a Tetris out of this.
Oh,
if she
gets
gets
it. Oh, there it is. Oh, she gets it.
Oh.
Okay. This is still possible. She's got to relax, though, and get this.
No, that's a misdrop.
Oh, this might be the end here.
Nah,
she almost...
It's too high up. She can't move it over.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Wow. Well, that Tetris was something there. She almost did end up getting the comeback, and a 2-0 lead would have been nice to have. But Daniel's going to clutch it out with his early aggression, and he's going to tie it up 1-1 in this best of 5.
Yeah, that was... if she was playing too safe at the start, if she would have just instead kept... Her stack was already pretty low. I mean, it's only 4 or 5 lines up. You have so much play before you can start finally burning triples and doubles. Would like to see her play a lot more aggressive, and she would definitely be coming out a lot stronger on top. I mean, at the moment, she looks like she has a... Ooh, I think that was a Tetris right there. A lot cleaner stack in comparison to Daniel here, but Daniel is now taking that back, and she's the one with Swiss cheese, so it's going to be entertaining to see this. And Daniel comes out ahead now. Oh, there's the... Oh, I don't know if I would have put that on the right there. I would have probably put on the left. But overall, it's still a very manageable stack on Cassie's side, and Daniel is also being very aware again of where his holes are, so he can properly clean up his stack. So and look at that, it's just all cleaned up. Just playing it cool, like both these players are.
I love how deceiving just this game looks. Especially if you compare it to a lot of newer Tetris games. Like, if you guys seen the TGM showcases or any kind of, like, Tetris versus matchups on the various games they have out, it's like, this looks like such slow play compared to it, but then you gotta realize you don't have the well, I guess there is a slide mechanic, but it takes so many more frames to actually initiate, and you basically have to press every single left and right input.
Yeah, it's, for all intents and purposes, this game is just, it's very brutal and hard. Which I think is really the appeal as to why so many people still play it. A lot of the newer games are just really easy. You can infinitely spin your way to greatness. Just you can go for cheese strats, such as just getting an all clear, or just going for a 4-wide well and just dealing combo garbages. The game is just not set up for going for the Tetris in order to succeed in a versus environment. While in this game, it doesn't have 2-player, but in a score attack setting, you do want to play at your absolute very best and go for just pure stacking and pure Tetrises. And looks like Cassie is behind again, both in score and in line count, so you can very easily bring this back. Goes for the Tetris there, instead of opting to stack higher. Daniel, ooh, this isn't looking good. This is not good at all. He might get an early top out.
Oh no,
and that's a top out.
Oh,
that
yeah,
is...
He had a little bit of that left side mess there, and then when he just tried to clear a couple lines, he didn't realize there was one hole to the left, and it basically made it impossible to dig out after that point. So he has quite the bit of the lead, but man, Cassie's got so many lines until the level 19 killer. She can just play it safe. Like, that 3 clear is very reasonable there. You can just go for 2s and 3s this whole time and easily beat this.
Yeah, she just needs like 1 or 2 Tetrises, and she is gonna overtake him. That's what I was mentioning at the very start. You can't stack all that high because you can't reliably get your pieces to the left and right edge with the speed of the game once it hits that higher level. So looks like she's closing in on the score. Gonna get that double. And another double. Yeah, as long as she just plays it cool, she can definitely just take this doing some easy line clears.
Yeah, she's a couple points away right now. 3K, I believe 1-3. 3 line clear. Is there a proper terminology for that? I just call it like the 3 clear.
Just the triple.
The triple. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And I believe that does it right there. It will.
Yep, she just passed the score. It is now 2-1.
Alrighty, so for Cassie. That is match point right here. All she's got to do is win this next one, and she'll get flown out to CTWC. But Daniel's still got 2 more rounds to prove himself. He has shown as an early aggressor. He will generally get more points if he does manage to connect on his Tetrises.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot more potential. It just seems like his aggression kind of backfires on him in a way. He's not really able to pull himself back, and as soon as he gets a misdrop, just doesn't end up well for him. Alright, Cassie going for that triple there, and a double. Daniel's set up perfectly for a Tetris right now. He just needs to get that line piece.
Unfortunately, I gotta be right back for a second. We'll have Dark Aries deliver some excellent commentary in the meantime.
Epic. And it looks like he did get a Tetris there. Cassie getting the triple instead. They're tied in lines. Daniel's definitely had, boom, another Tetris. He is going full out right now, while Cassie's kind of playing it safe at the moment. Yeah, and Daniel's already set up for another Tetris here. He was. No, he still is. There we go. Cassie finally getting a Tetris there. Daniel's still set up for a Tetris. He is just on point right now. Yeah, Cassie, unfortunately, she has the well on the right hand side, which if you don't know what a well is, it's just that literal well. It's the gap that you have to slide your eyepieces in for Tetrises. But she just always has a hole somewhere, and it's not letting her get the Tetrises like she wants, while Daniel is keeping that stack generally really clean. If he blocks up the well, he quickly opens it up, and boom, we got another Tetris. Yeah, see, even though he's leaving his covering ups for that right hand side, so it's very easy for him to just clean it all up and get himself a nice. Well, Cassie is in a bit of trouble right now. That is a really blocked up stack, and no, that's a misdrop. She's probably gonna top out soon. Gets the piece in there. Has to unblock it. And yeah, just the way things are going, every single time she clears it up, she has to put in another piece to block off that hole. Like, there it is. Now there's 2 blocks on top of that well. And she's just not having a good time. There it is. It's still continuously being blocked up. Well, we might... Okay, that's good. It's still not looking all that hot for her, though. And, yeah, that's game over. We are going to have a 2-2. We are going into sudden death.
Alrighty, and I'm back just in time to catch this game 5. Unfortunate for Cassie there. I caught a little bit of that in. She was just playing, like, got some unfortunate drops, too many holes everywhere, killed her in the end.
Yeah, in comparison, Daniel was just stacking really well, and something just tripped up for Cassie. She ended up with a really Swiss cheese stack. So, can we get a sponsorship with some Swiss cheese company? I would love that.
That'd be nice. Swiss is pretty good.
This is pretty good.
What else is pretty good is this match we got going right now. This is it. Nerves are probably super high for both of these entrants. You have no room to screw up here. Every piece matters. It's who wants it more right now.
Ooh, that's a really good start there right now for Cassie with that Tetris. It looks like she is not letting it happen. He's going to keep things nice and clean. And boom, second Tetris. Got a Tetris for Daniel right there. Looks like overall, Daniel is not actually hitting down really. He's just letting the pieces fall into place. He's actually playing really slow in comparison.
Yeah, maybe... Well, he did win last round, but maybe he just feels like he should play a little bit less aggressive than what he normally
Yeah, I think
has
he's
been doing.
taking it super safe. He's not giving a chance for a misdrop really. And Cassie, on the other hand, she did manage to fumble there a little bit with her stack. Should be an easy cleanup though.
Yeah, she's getting caught up a little bit by a little bit. She was waiting for a long bar for the longest time, and now she kind of keeps creating a little bit of holes or covering up the ones that she has. So
Okay, there we go. She's got that cleaned up at least. I don't know if I would have put that, I don't know, S or Z piece there. I would have put it onto the right, because then that would have allowed more room to kind of clear things up. But she's making it work. And boom, there we go. Got another Tetris for her. They are fairly close in score. They are actually tied in line count right now. And Daniel did manage to jump ahead, almost 3k points. So it's still very easy to catch up as soon as Cassie gets a Tetris here. Which looks like might be happening soon. Oh no, she burnt that. She still has the space. There we go. That's a Tetris.
I saw a little bit of something she could have done there, though. It was nice that she did get the Tetris, but I think she could have slid that T-piece to the left if you saw that really tiny gap. Which it can be hard because you don't have too many frames to actually slide it, especially at 15. But especially with a game like Tetris, it's so much easier to see those moves when you're not playing. There's no pressure. You can post-analyze things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Looks like both of them are pretty low to the ground right now. Daniel is ahead in score count by actually quite a bit, and Cassie is not too far ahead in lines though, so she can definitely bring this back as long as she continues to keep it all clean and going for Tetrises. Which, boom, Daniel gets another one right there. He is just making the gap so much wider right now. It's going to be really tough for... Oh, there's another one. Cassie has a lot of catch-up game to do right now.
Yeah, Daniel is just pulled away with this, and he's been playing pretty conservative for the most part too, so they're tied in lines right now. So Cassie's gonna need to play a little bit more aggressive herself. I see a little bit of the role reversal this round.
Boom, another Tetris. He is said he's gonna beat that top score on the cart right there, and he's only 68 lines in.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure he probably set during one of the games earlier.
Boom, Tetris for Daniel. Man, this guy is on fire right now. Cassie only just now kind of getting a clean stack again so she can start doing some Tetrises, but she is so far behind right now though.
Yeah, both of them getting a pretty fair amount of line pieces. That's really not too much of the problem. It's just, I guess Cassie's not getting the pieces.
Oh, and she's tripping out right now.
Oh wow.
That is not good at all. Yeah, no,
that's
top out. That's it. Daniel takes it all.
Wow, so good stuff to Daniel. He played super well that last game. I'm kind of surprised he didn't continue playing, because that could have been probably a personal high score at that point. But maybe sometimes you're just so excited, especially for him, because now he knows he's probably a big fan of the event itself, and now he gets to go and train for it and practice and meet some of the greatest Tetris players of all time.
Yeah, it's definitely very exciting, and overall a really good showing. It's definitely a really decent score for the tournament, so hope to see him doing really well when the main tournament happens.